Think of it this way, you're talking to me.
Okay.
And
Yes.
there. So I'm the
Yes.
group.
So my name is Judy Chan. I am a sessional lecturer in the Faculty of Land and Food Systems for Food Nutrition and Health 200. So in the past I have team projects. So I have a class of 150 students. I divide them up into groups of 5 or 6. They spend some time to investigate a food product. And that was fun, but I really want them to learn from each other. So from one group to another group, so then they would do some reading. So I like them to read or learn something from each other. So in the past, I asked them to post the project on the UBC Wiki. And so I hope that they will read the wiki. But I don't know if they are actually going to read the whole thing. They may browse through it. But then last year, I thought, hey, if I ask them to make a video, then they may watch the videos from their friends. So I asked them to make 5-minute long videos. And I said it's not just for their classmates, people in the class, but also for their parents at home or for their friends in residence, so they can share it with other people. A short 5-minute educational videos on a food product. I forgot to tell you that I don't even know how to make video myself. I know how to push the on and off buttons on the camera, and that's about it. I think I tried a couple times myself on how to make my video a little shorter.
Yeah.
And again, that's about it.
Oh.
So I told my students that I only expect the some PowerPoint slides with voiceover, a little bit of animation. I still want some scientific information there. I still want to learn something about how to make a food. If they're talking about kimchi, I like to learn about the mycobacteria, the yeast, how it works to turn vegetable into kimchi fermentation. If they talk about how to make decaffeinated coffee, then I still wanted to know some of the science behind the process. And they were able to make it. They were able to tell me the science behind it. And they often were able to make it in a very fun way too. The video component was such a small component in the overall project. And I guess because I don't know how to make a video myself, I don't expect the student to give me high quality product. And I was just very pleasantly surprised by the quality. There were a few students that they had a whole storyboard of the video, and you can tell that they started the filming early in the morning. And by the end of the video, it was dark outside, right? It's like they spent a whole day talking to each other, sharing the knowledge. I also have a few music and film students in my class, and at the end of the movie, the credit line on the citation on the music that they used in that 5 minute was like 20 seconds long. Like they have the rolling credit line.
Did you talk to them about those things?
No.
Oh, interesting.
No, nothing. It's one of them. They created a cooking show, a baking show, and it's like a bake-off among some competitors. And then they accidentally dropped the egg. They forgot to add the sugar. They add too much oil, or they use oil instead of butter. And then they created 5 different types of cake, each one with a missing ingredient. And then there's a judge there talking about this has no taste because there's no sugar. It's hard because there's no butter. It's like, and then they talk about the function of the different ingredients in baking. And they make a show. They actually bake 5 different cakes, each with a missing ingredient. And then I had a few groups. They go around campus. Well, this is something that we need to talk about more next year. They actually went around campus and interviewed students and asked them, do you know what is kimchi? Have you had kimchi before? And the student actually made some kimchi and gave them out on campus, asked people to taste it, and actually educating those interviewee. This is kimchi, this is a fermented product. Convert the scientific knowledge into some very easy format so that other people will understand. So that it's fun, is that people will understand that you need butter in cake because butter contributes to the tenderness of the butter. They need to explain to the fellow student how to make kimchi. What is in kimchi? What is the microorganism in kimchi? So to learn something on their own and then bringing it back to the layman terminology. They learn how to work together, and I have a very diverse group of students. I have students who are getting ready to get into medical school, dental school. I have lots of pharmacist students, and I also have students who hasn't had science since grade 10. But then I'm asking them to work together to create a product. I'm thinking that I'm also tapping into the artistic skills of some of the students, that I want them to really understand and value each other's contribution. Ask them to think about digital tattoos, you're leaving a mark behind. I told the students that if they are not comfortable showing their faces on camera, then maybe they don't need to be on screen. They could be doing background work if they choose to. And if they're really, really uncomfortable about posting the video online, I allow them to submit a file to me. So then my TAs and I will just watch it on our own. So I have two groups who prefer not to post them on YouTube. But one of them is just so well done that I actually really want to show them as actually a good case studies. Like, I don't think they spend too much time, but the quality, the information and the quality is there. Like I said, I have a couple group of students who end up doing interviews on campus. I don't think they thought about asking the interviewee for consent.
No.
So I will go through. I will look for a good consent form, a legal consent form, and let them know that they should get consent from the students, from their fellow students, and just to be a little more careful when they make videos. Set high expectation the student will do it, and this is something I set an expectation for them to make a video that I was a little worried that they may not be able to do it. I may not be able to achieve what I want to achieve, like the sharing. But it's very clear that they were able to do it. And because it's relevant. They are investigating a product, a food that they want to know. And making videos, I think, is something like YouTube's videos online is their environment, is the students' environment. They are comfortable working in that environment. And when I allow them to work there or encourage them to go there, I think it's just very relevant for their everyday life.